Good evening, all. And today there is no match, so we decided to come a bit earlier. So, as you all know, that tomorrow is the most anticipated clash between India and Australia, and that is the first semi-final. And we will be discussing about the combinations that India should go with. We'll be discussing with Australia's strength. We will be matching player by player and decoding that which sides are the favorite to win. Um, and what could each team do to win the match. And also along with the show, your comments, your feedback will be more important for the analysis. And yeah, before we join in, just give me a few minutes. Hmm. So uh, I'm not sure that whether I can check the comments or not. Not till now. Didn't have any comments as of now. So yeah. So I just want to confirm that my voice is audible or not. Can somebody who is watching confirm? Am I audible? Uh, Otherwise, I have to change the location. Okay.
Yeah, so
Satashi, am I audible?
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm not able to check the comments because I think the comments are not showing up yet. So I think Satashi, your voice is mute.
Yeah, so I'm keeping an eye. If someone comes, I will ping it. So, anyways, guys, so please shoot in your comments. Tomorrow, if the D-Day and also day after tomorrow, so two huge encounters coming up. To be honest, India, Australia at one end, and South Africa, New Zealand at the other end.
Repeat of 2015 World Cup.
Yeah, 2015 World Cup. And don't say repeat; you might regret it later. Say rematch. Use
Means
your
yeah.
words correctly. So, anyways, Indian fans will hope it's not a repeat, while Australia fans will surely hope it's a repeat. Same for South Africa, New Zealand fans. And, anyways, so there's a lot to talk about that, and we can talk a lot. There will be a preview. So, I will like to go to Abhishek and ask him, what do you think is gonna be India's combination tomorrow?
I think they will be going with the same combination. I think I'm not seeing any changes before the big clash. If
Yeah, to be honest, I also don't think India will, but
because
I think Crickbuzz reported that it's gonna be a fresh pitch, so maybe it won't have that much spin. So will India be tempted to bring back Harshit Rana?
yeah, it's going to be fresh pitch as you correctly mentioned. But I think some kind of spin would be there because I think Harshit Rana has bowled well, no doubt about that. He has bowled in the right length against Bangladesh as well as against Pakistan. But how can you drop a guy of the caliber of Varun Chakravarti the way he performed in the New Zealand clash and drop him? So I think India. I think it's a good headache to have. First of all, that um, you have all your players have performed accordingly in the
Yeah,
right
so
situations. So I think it's a good headache to have. And may Rohit
yeah, so
bring the best
to
team.
be honest, I will ask my audience also and ask you also. So how will you give chances? How much chance you will give to each opposition? Like tell it as a percentage, sort of 30-70, 60-40.
I would go with 60-40 India.
Yeah, I would say maybe 70-30. Just because
The the
Most
reason
of
I'm going,
Australia's batters
yeah,
aren't that much adept to these
and the
conditions.
40%
And
I'm giving, out of that 20% I'm giving to Head mostly because don't forget what he did to India in the
okay, so if
T20 World Cup
head
final.
gets out early, your 20% immediately
Then
falls
then
down.
India then India is winning the match. Nobody's stopping them. See, we have to
Yeah,
then no matter if 250 is also the score, India is defending it comfortably because Head
yeah, I
is one
think
of the players who can. one more you can give the advantage to Maxwell. Maxwell is that kind of player, but I'm not saying English or the likes of Alex Carey or even the likes of Steve Smith or Labuschagne scoring prolifically against the likes of um, Varun
Yeah, I
Chakraborty,
mean,
Kuldeep Yadav,
Smith can
Akshay
play a
Patel,
knock like Williamson did yesterday, but
but that is
I
not
mean,
help actually. And New Zealand
yeah,
team,
I mean,
remember, they beat India a couple of months ago in the Test series 3-0. So I think commentators were also telling they were the best side among the Sena. If we talk about the Sena countries, which
yeah,
plays spin well. So I think that is one of the things. After that, I can tell that Australia might play spin well, but I think the way they dominated against New Zealand, I think that would give India huge confidence. Yeah,
yeah, surely. I mean, um, also
but
from
I, yeah,
Australia's point of view, they've added Cooper Connolly to in the reserves.
yeah,
So
and I
I mean,
think he will be playing. I was watching the Smith conference. I think he was mentioning about Corney getting bowling a few overs of spin. So I think that might be an indication that he might be playing in tomorrow's game.
yeah. So now, if Cooper Connolly plays, who's gonna be the guy who's gonna open the innings? Is it gonna be Connolly only? Because Connolly, I don't think has
My
opened a
gut
lot for
says,
his.
as we were having discussions in our group also, I think Josh English. I don't know how much he has opened in the domestic,
See, if
but
I would have been there, I would have, if Connolly's playing, I would have still told him, You go and open. Anyways, it's gonna be tough to bat later on, so I don't want to disturb my middle order. You go open the innings, you play freely, go get whatever you can. You get 10, 20, 30, whatever you get. It's a bonus sort of. Anyways, Matthew Shot also on this pitch wouldn't have helped that much in with his bat. So you go and play with a free mind. If you get a good score, you get out for zero. I don't care, but I don't want to disturb my middle order.
absolutely. And one question I wanted to ask you, Saptarshi, before any comments come, that what do you think would be the good choice to do tomorrow? Bat first or ball first?
If Crickbuzz is saying actually Jake Fisher McGuire, I'm not sure. I think Connolly should be the choice
I think
given
that would not
his
be a good
ability to
option
bowl.
considering the form he was in. In the Pakistan series, he was out of touch. I think the Sri Lanka series, I
Who?
didn't.
Who?
In the Pakistan, Jake Fraser makeup you're talking about, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, Jake
Yeah,
Fisher McGuire is a proper slot, can play a
slot,
slot fist
slot.
type of innings.
But
So he's that
as an
kind of a
opener
guy.
in ODIs, I'm not sure about his technique and all
Yeah, I mean, see,
of
I
the
think to be honest, the first 10 overs of ODI is like the power play only. So, I mean, it's white ball only. And on these tracks, I mean, we have seen that maybe it won't swing like in England or whatever. So,
but the last match
they,
it swinged. Matt Henry was getting the swing.
yeah, I mean, I
If
think Matt
if
Henry can
Shami can
produce a
get the
bubble
swing,
sim kind of a delivery. So,
so
if
same
Jake
Shami
Fisher
can also
is
do.
there, he has to, I mean, Australia has to give him the license of a T20 match. They have to tell him, you play the 10 overs like a T20
Absolutely.
match, whatever you get, you get.
So yeah, so that's what my question is, that what do you think
And
would be the
also,
best
I
thing to
think
do?
how Australia plays India's pace attack. I mean, pace has to bowl at least 10 overs. So that 10 overs will be very important because
20,
if they
20
can
overs
straight,
actually.
no, actually, I will say 10 overs because they can bowl 40 overs of spin. Uh,
That they
so
can do,
how
but
they play
the death
those,
overs you
how they,
cannot bowl spinners, right? That's the issue.
yeah.
Death overs you cannot bowl spinners. So yeah,
Yeah, so that's, I mean, like if Australia are batting first and say after 40 overs, maybe chalo, they're 160 and batting at only four, but they are just three down or four down, and you have two, three good batters to come. Then you can't just continue to bowl spin. That's somewhere. So, but initial, I mean, Travis Head and whoever plays Connolly or Fraser McGurk, I think the message will be clear: go after the pacer straight away.
absolutely. And I think so. That's what my question was to you. That what would be the good thing to
And
do?
I think
What?
India also will come out with the same strategy. I mean, Rohit, everyone knows he will go after everyone who comes. He will play like he played the 2023 World Cup.
Absolutely, and I think Rohit is yet to deliver. I think Gill has one. Especially if you talk about the top three, Virat has delivered in the Pakistan match. Gill has delivered in the Bangladesh match. So it's all up to now Rohit to deliver in the semi-final and final. Because if he doesn't deliver, India can be in trouble. I think in the knockout. But and his form is very much necessary. I feel for
Yeah,
India.
so which of the Australian bowlers you are a bit tensed about as an Indian fan? I would ask you because you will have a better perspective.
Obviously Zampa.
But
Zampa.
I think initial burst, Zampa will come mostly later on, maybe after, around the 15th over mark or
The
somewhere.
problem is that Indian ball. Indian batsmen have not faced any of the bowlers. So
Yeah, so that's also a
that
thing. I
could
mean,
be a thing,
it's
common thing.
inexperienced attack, but the thing is, like Australia haven't faced Varun a lot. These guys haven't faced these bowlers a lot.
Absolutely, and I think
Most of them
that
haven't
is
faced Spencer Johnson that much, Ben Dwarshev that much, and I think Spencer Johnson sometimes I've seen him bowl good. I think he has that got that height and that pace. I mean, the ball he bowled to Gurbaz the other day sort of reminded me of Mitchell Stark's peak.
absolutely so. And Rohit Sharma has that problem against the in swingers, the left-handers.
Yeah, sometimes
So
his head just tends to fall over. He gets LBW. It used to happen more earlier days. Now he tries to get inside the line and flick it
since
over square
since
leg.
2023 World Cup, he has improved a lot against the left armers, I would say. But
Also, I
still,
think in the middle overs and the death overs, Nathan Ellis will be a key guy because his change of pace and slower
he
balls.
has that variations, and especially the match against Afghanistan I was watching, he bowled beautifully. I think his change of
Even
pace
against
was
England, I
there.
mean that match, most of the bowlers were going for runs. He gave just 50 runs on that. I mean, absolute flat
Road of
deck.
a pitch.
Yeah, he
And
gave
one
just
more guy,
50 runs.
I think the other guy is, I think Ben Dorsius. I think he also looks a good, decent bowler to me.
So I think Ben
So
Dorshes has got a fair deal of BBL experience here. Definitely, this is a much tougher challenge for him. I'm not sure how he's going to respond. He's definitely not a kid, actually. I think he's a 30-year-old or something. Uh, okay, 2 years ban is here. 2 years ban. क्या पटाखे वटाखे ला रहा है हो? हाँ तो anyways I think Ben Dorshes is whatever, yeah, it's 30 his age. Also, there's the I think Rikbal was saying, can will they play Tanvir Sangha? Though I don't think so. I think they will mostly bowl
I
using their
don't
part
think so.
timers,
I don't think
Maxwell,
so.
Head, and these guys.
And Abhishek
Marnus
can
can,
also,
yeah, Marnus can
but
bowl.
I think those overs will be very much crucial for India. They need
Yeah,
to on
India have to
those overs.
capitalize on those overs. To be honest, but that can also come back. You remember, Rohit Sharma was overexcited to take on Maxwell in 2020 World Cup.
That costed us. So you have to play attacking game, but a
Yeah,
game of
sometimes these things
intelligence also.
come to backfire you because you think that this is a part-time spinner and I will go after him. I will just smash him for 30 runs in the power play, and then you take so much risk and it
Those
comes
sort
back
of
to haunt you.
attitudes cannot work because it's a proper one day 50 over format. It's not T20. So you have to play like the T20
Yeah, I
format.
think again, Share wicket will be that much important. Even you remember 2023 World Cup final had Share not got out after Rohit got out. He had built a partnership
But
with
I
Virat. It
think,
could
yeah,
have been a
on this wicket, yeah, Shreyas Iyer can, the pacers cannot challenge Shreyas Iyer much. I think the way he played against New
yeah. I
Zealand,
think
I
these are
think
good wickets for Share because he doesn't have that much of issues against spin, and even the pacers on these wickets won't get that bounce to trouble him. So I mean,
so. Yeah, so that's what my question again again boiled to that. What would you think that the sides, the team winning the toss would do, batting or bowling?
yeah, I think see, that's a tricky question to answer. I mean, even I predicted in 2023 World Cup that Australia should bat when they win the toss, but they chose to bowl first. So what can I say? And
Suppose
Rohit
India
said,
chasing 270. Do you think India are the favorites to chase that,
see, I
or
think if Australia wins the toss, they should. I would say you back your batting and do chase because from Australia's point of view, because your bowling is not that
so
good,
from Australia's
you
point of view?
chase it down. Whatever happens, happens. And
Yeah,
from
from Australia's point of view,
India's
yeah.
point of view, I think India may also decide to chase. Not sure, just to push Australia out of their comfort zone.
So from Australia's point of view, if you were
No,
telling
but
about
KL Rahul, I don't think will be get dropped at this position. You have not played Pant for any match. Even in the England series, you didn't play him for a single match. So there's no point straight away bringing him in.
yeah, I think no. My question is that if Australia bats and puts 240 or 250 on this track, are we going to see any chances of a 2019 World Cup semi-final repeat? So that's my question is.
See, I think
So,
on this track we have seen, and also actually since the second inning starts pretty much under daylight only, we have seen last year also. So the chance of dew coming, I mean, the dew comes way later, and by then
no, the
maybe
due
half
is
of the game
yeah,
is.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Due, I think there's no point
Yeah,
question of due
Congress
right now.
versus Rohit. हाँ देखा था. But I think let's refrain from that topic and get back to the semi-final discussion only today. I mean, we can have these discussions some other day, I think, because
Yeah,
today is a big day, and let's comment on sporting topics only. So, uh, yeah, so
I think
that's what I was saying. I think See, I think on this pitch you can't really say which one is good because you have seen teams seen teams struggle batting fast. You've seen teams struggle batting second. Also, what the how exactly the pitch would behave tomorrow if it's a fresh pitch? That's another question. Then again, sometimes you don't want to chase in a pressure game. You want to defend totals. So that's
Defend
another side
totals.
of the
Absolutely.
game. So, yeah, these are the things.
No, no. The question I was asking because I think will India will be worried about the scars of the 2020 World Cup final, and if the big pitch is maybe good for chasing, then also they will go for batting because I think India is more comfortable nowadays with in chasing rather than defending. I feel.
See, I mean, first of all, if Rohit Sharma loses another toss, it will be 14. And if Rohit Sharma wins it tomorrow, so it started with Australia, it would end with Australia only. So that would also be a side. But I think India should look to chase, just in keeping in mind the fact that Australia doesn't have a that good bowling attack. So even if Australia, it's a good pitch, even if Australia manages to put a healthy total, चलो मान लेता हूँ, one of them gets 100 or something, they get to 280, 300, but still India will have a chance. But I think India won't want to bat fast and struggle in the daylight. And then, I mean, if they don't get a good par score, Australia will have a very good chance of winning it if it will be a very good pitch for batting. So, yeah, I think India should look to chase first. Same goes for Australia now. Rest Smith and Rohit can say.
Absolutely. Yeah. And combinations are I think mostly settled down. At what
Yeah, I think combinations mostly
combinations
settled
will
down.
play.
Lighting thick karo, Abhishek, bro.
Hmm. I think the writing is good only. What is the writing?
Not a monster.
Okay. Well then, we'll take care. It come next time.
Yeah,
Uh,
so
yeah. I think any
yeah,
more comments you have?
yeah. So are there any similarities and all those things, analogies from 2015 or some other? I saw one today. Should I say it here or not?
Yeah, we can say it. I think.
Yeah, I saw that 2015 Virat scored 100 against Pakistan, and there was a bowler named Johnson in the team.
Hmm. Can be.
Yeah, so I mean, ultimately, those are just fun parts of the game. I mean, again, coming to South Africa and New Zealand, South Africa will also hope to reverse their fortunes from 10 years back. What happened at Auckland, I mean, one of the
Man,
saddest days in Protean
that
cricket
team was
history.
very strong. But yeah, but this
I mean,
time,
surely. And I mean,
this
today I
time,
was just again watching that clip of that match and the final six that Grant Elliott hit, and all of a sudden, for one moment, I just saw Daryl Mitchell's face in Grant Elliott. I mean, when he wore the helmet, it looked almost similar.
yeah.
I don't know if things would be similar, but he looked a bit similar.
But I think that would be a cracker of contest.
See, I think that
Uh,
would be on a again in Pakistan's absolutely different conditions, good batting conditions. I think I would say on those good batting decks, South Africa might have an edge because, but again, New Zealand also have very good batting. I mean, don't mistaken them for what they did yesterday because that's entirely different conditions. So in Pakistan,
exactly,
they will
exactly.
also. I mean,
The
they have
problem in
got
New Zealand is that how they can adapt quickly to the changing conditions. I think that would be the key for them because they played
Bro, this time we are winning and don't remind me that 2015 dart. So 2015 में कौन कौन स्कोर किया था? आरन फिंच किया
so
था,
where
स्मिथ
is that
किया.
where is that old in 2015? That's my just a funny question because we remember that very badly. But think, and suppose you're not that young, that old that time, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I mean, from me, I would say it was one of my probably one of the World Cups which I watched all the matches or something because 2011 I watched only India matches and only I mean this peer pressure and all those things. But 2015 by that time I was watching all team matches and I really love
15,
that
I
World
was
Cup. I mean, till now I always whenever
20.
I see
Yeah.
that World Cup, I
When
mean I would.
2011 win, I couldn't understand fully because I was relatively not that yeah, much
Yeah, I
into
mean,
cricket.
I was also
And
mostly watching the cricket from this point of view, सब लोग इंडिया cheer कर रहा है, जीत रहा है, ठीक है, फैमिली देख रहा है, सब देख रहा है.
And yeah,
लेकिन हाँ, by 2015, I mean, I had become much greater cricket fan, and
and to be
the
honest,
only IC trophy India win when I started. भाई तुम कितना छोटा बच्चा हो.
that's what I'm saying. Then how can you talk about 2015? We was at match live. That's what I was, and we, yeah.
I mean, what's your age, man?
Well, obviously, we cannot expect him to be from 1983, but yeah, still, yeah.
I'm
How
21.
21? Okay. He was in class 5 around. He was in class 10 around that time. Okay. So,
Okay, तो 21 मतलब तुम पहले उतना देखता नहीं. Yeah, but 2015 was really, I mean, that was one World Cup to behold. I mean, not saying because of, I mean, anyone won or lost, but yeah, that was a really, really massive World Cup, and I love watching games in
Those World
Australia.
Cup had emotions. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, I really love watching games in Australia. That theme song also, it was so mesmerizing. I still listen to that theme song. I think that was one of the IC tournaments where the theme song was so much good. Since then, I've hardly got good theme songs in IC tournaments. Nowadays, the theme songs are so cringe, to be honest.
So cringe. Especially
Yeah,
the last.
Dil Jashan Jashan Bole and all
Yeah.
those.
Yeah. It can be
I
a
started
public
thinking,
opinion. Somebody can like it, but those who are like nostalgia, like suppose 2011 theme song, like you
yeah,
cannot replace that theme song with this
Deg Market.
2023.
Even I would say the 2014 one had some vibe in it, the Bangladesh one.
Hmm. Even the IPL songs were good that those times, but now it
Yeah,
is
even
all
IPL
crap.
songs used to be good when Sony was the creator. I mean, since the time Star Sports took over IPL, I
They
think
just
2018 was good.
destroyed it.
Since from 2019, it's a total cringe.
I think they went it more into the rapping culture, I would say, rather than bringing good songs.
Yeah, I mean, Sony was, and actually also that's even, I mean, 2015 there were so many great players. I think it was the last World Cup for them. For ABD, it was the last. For Brendan McCallum, then I think there was who else from India? Was it anyone's last? I think that was a pretty young Indian team because 2011 was
You can
probably the
say,
time when a lot of legends
you can
retired. For
say
from
maybe
India, I mean,
Suresh Rana,
yeah,
because I think
Suresh
that was
Raina,
his
you
last
can
World Cup.
say.
15
Yeah, I
was
mean,
World Cup.
a more prominent name I would say Suresh Raina only. I think because it was probably a relatively young team. I mean, Dhawan was young, Rohit was
Dhoni
young,
played
Virat was young.
2019 World Cup. Yeah, I think Suresh Rana. Maybe you can say Mohit Kumar.
23rd, but I've also
Mohit
fainted
Sharma.
memories because final late night. What other 2013 City night? I couldn't watch the entire match because I think there
I
was some
couldn't watch the
rain
match.
going on.
I had a class tomorrow, so
No, I think there was some
obviously
rain going on or something, so the
the
connection
match
or
happened
something
very
was
late, very late night.
disrupted.
That's what I'm telling. Yeah, that
Yeah,
even now
and
in my time, the match is happening at 3 of my time. So still, I am able to watch that. Those days, you cannot imagine me waking up 3 at night and watching a match. My parents would beat me to death.
2015 World Cup, I remember India defeated South Africa for the first time in 50 over
To be
tournaments.
honest, yeah, one of the World Cups which I could really uh, but to enjoy was the 2024, obviously, because 2013 also I was relatively young and could not enjoy that much.
2024,
2020, last one only, where we
yeah, T20 World Cup.
put put big screens and watched along with our friends and that emotions. Yeah, in 2013 there was no, I couldn't experience that one either in 2011. So we were watching with family, but yeah, that moment, the joy of winning a World Cup, that I couldn't get because I was very young that time. So, yeah,
I
20,
think 20,
from 2015
2011
onwards,
2011 was a, I think, slightly maybe better emotion for all because it was an ODI World Cup and Sachin's last World Cup, Sachin's first World Cup win,
yeah,
and
but
it was
since
being
I
held
was
in India also. So I
a
think
bit
that could
young
have
to
been
understand
recreated
all
if
those
India could have,
emotions,
that could have been
correct,
recreated
correct,
if India had won in 2023 because I mean home World Cup, ODI World Cup. I think ODI World Cup is the mother of all trophies. So you just can't
correct.
replace that 50 over World Cup. That is the original World Cup. That's the OG World Cup. I mean, you can win T20 World Cup, Champions Trophy, WTC, whatever, but that is the mother of all tournaments.
Absolutely, because and that happens also in 4 years time. So I
Yeah, I
think
mean, even
because
Rohit Sharma
nowadays,
has said multiple times that I won the T20 World Cup, but my only dream is still to win that ODI World Cup.
Oh no, I think he should win the Champions Trophy also. Then
He has
the
already won
ODI
one
World Cup.
Champions Trophy though. Even Virat has won. I mean,
Yeah,
Virat has just left with WTC anyways.
WTC. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
and
think
it
Virat
won't
is
happen this
one
time, so he will have to play at least one more cycle to achieve
one
that,
more
if
cycle.
possible.
I think Virat has yeah, Virat has three trophies. I think Smith has four. So to be on the list with Fab Four, he has to win one more.
I think
So he
Steve
has
has all the trophies, right? No, Steve
Steve has
doesn't have
four
City.
cities, but Steve has four trophies: two World
Yeah, I
Cups,
mean he has
one
two
Champions
World
Trophy,
Cups. He
and
may
one.
have two WTCs if he ends up winning this time.
Yes, absolutely. But mm,
And Kane, I think Kane has got only one, right?
one Root has won.
Yeah, Kane has one and Root has one.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I think I would say Smith lucky to be part of those out of those many World Cup trophies because he was not in form and still his team won.
Who?
Steve Smith.
Yeah, I think Steve
But
Smith, that T20 World Cup, surely he didn't have enough contributions apart from that South Africa game, the first
2023
game.
50 overs World Cup also
Yeah,
I
2023 ODI
remember.
World Cup also, I think he was pretty
But
much out of form.
on the contrary, if
2015,
you look Virat
2015,
Kohli,
you can say
2015
he
he
was
was
in
really
good,
good.
great form.
He
He
was
was one
really
of the
good.
leading run scorers. The knock he played
I think he
against
scored
India
a
in that
hundred India in
semi-final.
the semi final and also against final also. I think
2015,
final
okay, so
also
he's saying we have not read his comment. Okay, sorry. 2015 World Cup song based their graphic. Yeah, I mean that was really great song. 2015 World Cup, and it was around this time only that the World Cup was going on. So it started on the
yeah.
14th, I remember,
It happened
and
during my board's time, 10th board. I remember
yeah,
that one.
yeah, I remember my boards exam got over the no, my board's not. I was in nine, I think so. It got over that on the day of Pakistan Australia. Wahab Riaz bowling that spell to Australia, and then the
Mm-hmm.
next day Martin Guptill got 237, I think,
20,
against West Indies.
I would say 2014 onwards, I really started watching cricket, and from that we started losing also. So you can say that I
Yeah,
may be a curse to the Indian team and what, but yeah, I think yeah. So after
yeah. I
from
mean, anyways,
2014 onwards,
Champions
I
Trophy I
watched
think is also a
all
pretty
the finals.
small tournament. You feel like, I mean, it started just 10 days ago, and now it's almost over.
The last week, everything got decided, fixed.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, there wasn't a lot of fun of excitement also in this Champions Trophy because I think most of the things got decided way before because it wasn't like the teams were left to be decided who goes to the top four and all those things. Even 2017, I think it was more exciting. You see, I think group India's group last two matches were deciders because India South Africa was a decider and Pakistan Sri Lanka was a
Mm-hmm.
decider. And Pakistan
Absolutely.
Sri Lanka was a
And I
very
think
exciting match. I think see, Pakistan
Pakistan
were
Sri Lanka
seven
was
down.
exciting match. Had Sri Lanka not
Pakistan
lost,
got seven down, then
got
Sarfaraz got dropped by I think Nuwan Pradeep, and then Sarfaraz and
Sarfaraz
Amir Khan took the
got
match.
Sarfaraz got dropped many times in that match against Sri Lanka, and Mohammad Ahmed also played a crucial role in that match. Yeah,
And then
that was a good contest.
India versus South Africa, I think South Africa got runouts and all those things, and then
It was a one-sided match, but that Sri Lanka Pakistan contest was really good.
yeah,
Even Bangladesh played New Zealand that match.
bro, that New Zealand, but yeah, Bangladesh, New Zealand also Mahmudullah and Shakib's knock, and even I mean Pakistan weren't expected to beat South Africa after losing to India, but then the way they came back and beat South Africa with that young team, so
Absolutely.
that was also. Bro, that New Zealand versus Aussie New Zealand. Yeah, yeah. That I think it was the 3 days back. It was the anniversary of that match. We were having a talk only, so it was
Yeah,
Stark and
that was some match. I think all of a
both
sudden Stark pulled the match.
Kane Williamson hit a
Yeah,
six in the final ball.
I think it was
It
Pat
was
Cummins, right? Yeah,
yeah. Pat Cummins was bowling. It was in
yeah. I think
Auckland.
he has confirmed. I think Birdland cricket, but yeah, that New Zealand
Auckland,
was
yeah.
Australian. New Zealand just nine down, Stark Friday spell can hit down the ground to Pat Cummins. I think yeah, that much came. That's what I'm saying. In this small kind of totals, like 250, 240 ish, you cannot get the wicket of Kane Williamson, then you are in big trouble.
Yeah. So
That's what we were telling yesterday also that if we come to keeping, I think keeping is one of the concerns which India will have. And the way Kevin Rahul dropped the catch of Ken Williamson when he was batting on 18, that would be a thing which India needs to worry about. Hopefully, that will not haunt us against
ODI
Australia
World Cup
or in the
vibe is
final.
different. No, surely ODI World Cup vibe is
ODI
different.
World Cup vibe is different. I agree, but in my view, if you talk about hardness, that if you ask me that which tournament is the hardest, then it will be Champions Trophy for me.
Yeah, I
The
mean,
reason
Champions
we
Trophy,
already
even I would say, I mean, T20 World Cup now the format has changed slightly, but in 21, 22, the format which was there, I think, I mean, like it happened with
I
India in
would say that
21.
now the T20 World Cup format is also hard because you have a quarter final, you have a semi final, and then a final. So
No, but I
compared,
mean, it was not quarterfinals. I think it's Super 8. Yeah, so basically, for
you
good
can
teams,
you
mostly the
view that
tournament
as
starts
a
from Super 8 because you are gonna go till Super 8.
yeah. But shocking was that New Zealand got exited in that tournament. Pakistan, at least we were expecting that they will go to Super 8, but they got eliminated. So yeah,
Yeah,
and
people made a blunder to expect.
ODI World Cup, no doubt, it's a great vibe and all. But I think the thing is that good teams can make comebacks in ODI World Cups. But the thing is that in Champions Trophy, every match is kind of a knockout. So if you lose, I suppose the first match,
19 World Cup captain ceremony. Yeah, I remember Andrew Flintoff was there, and I think
Andy Pinto was
who
there.
was someone else was there. All the captains came and Virat came the last.
At
I think his name was called out.
that time, I think Kohli's vibe was, I think, different. I think, yeah,
Yeah, I mean
he was
Kohli
at
was at the peak of his career at that point of
peak of
time
his
and all
career
those
at that
things.
point of time. Even,
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
2015 World Cup also when Kohli went, he was probably a youngster. Yeah, he had made some name, but he still wasn't that much the godfather or something like that. But by the time by 2019, he had become that demigod.
absolutely. Yeah, like before 2015, we could tell that, yeah, he was into the making, not into the making. He had 22 ODI hundreds that time also. But yeah, still, means not that craze was there. Means expectations were there, but yeah,
Yeah, also one thing for India would be they have played the last game tomorrow, so I think they won't engage that much in practice. They would mostly like to recover and
yes,
play
yes.
because it's just around
And the good
36
thing
hours
is,
turnaround time.
yeah, and the good thing is that the finals are, I think, online. So both the teams would get a good
Yeah,
chance
so
to
there
rest,
will be quite some time. In
good
2015,
time
so
to
yeah,
rest.
I mean, Virat had made a name for himself, but I think 2019 his order was on a different level. In 2015 also Virat had made a name for himself. I remember that semi-final. I was thinking, I mean, when Dhawan gave that start, I was thinking that maybe if Dhawan, because India had chased 350 against Australia in 2013, so I was thinking if this partnership goes to some extent, then if Virat can come and score 100, and Dhoni was there at the back end of the innings, Suresh Raina was there,
I
so
think that World
India
Cup,
has
Virat's
got a good
form
chance.
was not that good because if you apart from the
Yeah, I mean
Pakistan
that
game,
Pakistan knock.
he was not
Also,
able
I
to
think
score
it
big.
wasn't a typical Virat knock. He was a bit scratchy in that Pakistan knock, a bit slow maybe. Though he ended up scoring 100. Then after that, he was mostly, I think, scratchy throughout the tournament. He scored a 50, if I'm not wrong, against Ireland. I think.
No, against South Africa also he scored 40 plus. I think 46
Yeah.
or 48. But after
Uske,
that,
I think.
his form
Yeah,
went downhill.
yeah, and I think even 2015 he had a poor form throughout. After that, he went to Bangladesh where he struggled, and I think his next 100 came against South Africa during Diwali or something.
Yeah, if you talk about ODI, yes. But then
Yeah,
he
yeah.
again from 2016 onwards, again he came back to form,
Yeah,
scoring back to
2015,
back
I think
hundreds.
Test cricket he got hundreds in. I think it was in Sri
Sri
Lanka. He
Lanka.
got 100 where he was captain.
Yeah, but
Shubman Gill के ऊपर नजर है. I mean, yeah, Shubman Gill has a great opportunity to play a good knock tomorrow and make
I
a
would
name
say
for
that
himself.
Shuman Gill should perform now because it's high time. Because the only point is that if we talk about ODI cricket, he is no doubt he has scored a lot of runs, but what he can do for Team India in knockouts that also remains to
Say,
be
I mean,
seen.
that will be a question. That was a question which hung around Virat also for a long time, around Rohit also for a long time because people used to say they're
Virat
not.
scored well in the T20 format, but
Yeah, I mean, ODI World Cup knockouts, there was always a talk because I think Virat's ODI World Cup
ODI
knockout
World Cup
average
knockout was
uh,
not that
was
good.
pretty low before
If we talk
2023.
specifically, yeah, about just ODI World Cup, yeah.
Yeah. About Rohit also, this thing hung around for quite a while that he can't play in knockouts. I think before
Although
2023.
although I would say that the knock which he played with Gambhir is very much underrated. That after 31
Yeah,
for 2, the knock which the 100 run partnership was very vital for India at that point of time. And if one more wicket fell that point, I think India could have been in danger. So yeah, I think most
and
people
Gill
don't
played crucial
appreciate
knock like Virat played in 2013 final. Yeah, surely. I mean,
not just in
why not
2013.
he?
I think 2011 also he played one of the. I think that could be one of the most underrated 35, if I would say, in cricket history. The kind of partnership he got along with Gambhir. So yeah, mostly people forget that one, but I think that is one of the knocks which yeah. But then obviously then 2023 the way he played in semi final and final. So yeah, he has improved his knockout average. But yeah, I think Gill will have some pressure on him for sure, and I
Yeah,
think he can
surely.
deliver. I think he can deliver. I think because I think these kind of pitches I think suits Gill's play, and where there is not much swing, uh, not much bounce, ball coming. I suppose I think it will help Gill to score the runs unless he plays some kind of a dash shot, which he played in the 2023 World Cup final, where
Mhm.
I
It's
still feel that
actually the shot which he played 2023. It's one of his favorite shots. That
favorite the
shot on jab.
jab, but um,
Last
I think
time
he
when
could have been
Virat
more.
is highest scoring final, India ended up in winning. So he needs to be just highest scorer. So if he gets out cheaply, the others should get out lesser than that.
Yeah, mm, yeah, absolutely. I think yeah, that could be also true. Yeah, I think Virat and Rohit deserve one more title. I think yeah. So, specifically, if you're telling that it is the last World Cup, although I'm not tournament, although I'm not sure about this one because I think they are still fit to play the 2027 World Cup. At least Virat, the way his fitness is, he all showed us against the Pakistan match. The way he
Yeah,
was
I mean,
running, the
we
way
have to wait
he
and
was
watch
driving.
what's
So
Virat. I think after this he will surely again concentrate on the red ball format. The England Test series is coming up and
obviously,
all those things.
I think yeah. Now Virat Kohli,
वर्ल्ड
I
कप
think the
में
only
अगर
thing he has
केएल के
to
जगह श्रेयस होता तो इंडिया इतना yeah I've said it time and again that Shreyas's wicket was the turning point in that game. I mean at 80 for
yes, wicket
81 for
was the
2 I
turning
think.
point because don't
I mean
forget the knock he played in the semi-final against New Zealand. Against Virat played definitely well, but people forget the Shreyas knock also.
yeah, I mean without the Shreyas knock, uh, India would have lost that match because you remember New
Absolutely.
Zealand went till 3:30 or something I think.
And last they gave up because they saw that the pressure
Yeah,
was
so
that
that's the thing. I mean, had it been
those
50
50
runs
runs.
less
Yes.
the target, they would have played sensibly and maybe ended up chasing the target.
Although I was surprised that why India bowled that bad in the semi-final because throughout the World Cup their bowling was superb. So
No, I mean, that was the tendency of Mumbai pitch. If you can't pick up wickets in the 10-15 overs, when the ball does quite a bit under the lights, then it
the ball
becomes
was
almost
doing the
impossible.
ball was doing a lot. I think Sham. That's why
Yeah,
they
I mean,
were
that's
there
the
was
thing. For 10-15 overs, the ball did a bit. Shami picked up Conway and Rachin, but once the ball stopped doing tricks, I mean, it was almost impossible to get wickets because the pitch had turned flat, the boundaries are short, and the spinners also were getting nothing out of the surface because there was dew also. अब रोहित शर्मा को निकालने की है
and that's a I think good
हिम्मत
point raised by
किसकी
Sunil
होगी अगर
Gavaskar
सिटी
that
जिता दी तो वोटेज भी हाँ खेलो भाई दो क्या है 2031 तक खेलो.
that's what the point I was making about Shreyas Iyer. Sunil Gavaskar also told that Shreyas Iyer the capability he has that he can make the match I think one-sided because in these conditions you need a player who can play spin well and he has shown. New Zealand they were three down for 30. We recently lost a test series against them 3-0 whitewash. So all were expecting a defeat. Most former players were
Yeah,
predicting
I
that
think
New Zealand will win against India.
I think Matt Henry always bowls well against India. I've seen him
Even
bowling well against India.
I might have told, I was told in the group that if Pakistan loses, if India loses this match against Pakistan, they are not winning against New Zealand. And I was worried that India would lose against New Zealand. The kind of bowling, and I was worried especially about two bowlers, Thatcher and Bracewell. And the way Shreyas Iyer played both of them, I think it was remarkable.
Yeah,
He just negated their, negotiated what to say, their threats.
so I think maybe a few more minutes.
But it has been a good discussion, I would say. And thank you
Yeah, so
all
I
for
think a few
joining.
more minutes, and it's mostly been bloodline and
Absolutely. Absolutely.
2 years ban. So if India wins tomorrow, maybe a few more guys will come. If not, maybe even less will come. I'm not sure.
If India wins tomorrow and nobody comes, then I think they should close our channel then, or they're not liking our content. Yeah, jokes aside, that I think I'm
ये
expecting a
टुल्ले
good
से
content.
बच लो कल भाई.
So okay, obviously at the last,
See,
that's
but
what I told.
also
I think
I think India shouldn't be that much focused on only one individual. I mean, sometimes what it does is you are in focused so much on one individual and someone else takes away the game from you. So India have to remember that this is a team game and have to come analyzing come with a proper analysis of all the 11 Australian individuals who are going to take the field. You just can't think कि Travis Head
Yes,
को निकाल लेगा और मैं मैच जीत जाऊंगा. You can't win cricket like that.
I think
I
that would
remember
be that would be a
2015,
blunder.
2015 semi-final. They got David Warner in the second over, and he was in lethal form at that point of time. Then Aaron Finch and Steve Smith. Even after that, there was a comeback. Then Mitchell Johnson got those runs.
Absolutely.
So,
Suppose the match,
so you never know
suppose
who
India,
steps up
yeah,
to which day.
suppose Australia scored 50 runs, then India could have won. But those 50 runs, it's always a matter of those extra runs at the death overs, which
Yeah, so that's what I think. Uh, yeah, Matt Shot के जगह Connolly most probably आएगा. Yeah, that's what the thing. I think people at this point are almost focused on like it's Travis Head versus India rather than Australia versus India. But
I
people need
think
to
the way
remember there are 10 other individuals playing.
India, and it is not wrong also to believe because the way he has made the game one-sided. I think Indian bowlers will feel that if they get Travis Head out, I think half of their side is out because I think that has been the. I think if you compare the past tournament, the last T20 World Cup, if you take for an instance, till the point of time Travis Head was in the game, was there, they were in the game. But once Travis Head got out, I think Australian innings collapsed, collapsed like a pack of wild cards. So I think it's not wrong for them to assume that Travis Head is the main match winner because I think indeed he is. But yeah, as you mentioned, Saptashi, that every player is
Yeah,
important.
that's what I think. You can't just have your focus shifted on one individual and then you just take your eyes from the others and the others just
Yes.
silently kill
But
the
I think
game.
on this pitch, I think Smith and Lebushan will be two crucial wickets because they have the ability to rotate the strikes
Yeah, so
and
that's what I'm saying. Had Labushan not played that innings in 2023, 19 November, Travis Head couldn't have won that alone.
mm, yes, I think because after that Maxwell was there, Maxwell was not out. You cannot say he was in form because apart from that Afghanistan match, I think he was also I think mostly out of form in the World Cup.
Yeah, I get your point that Travis Head is that kind of a player, but you can't ignore the others' contribution because you remember Marnus played that kind of an innings, and had Marnus got out, Travis might have collapsed. So you never know. Just
Yes, yes. I think that's what like people mostly did Travis Head's innings, but they forgot the underrated dog, the
yeah,
man that almost
the
played.
similar. The similar thing is like had Pat Cummins got out, Maxwell couldn't have created history.
Absolutely, I think, and sometimes I think these
So
things
I
get
think, yeah,
overshadowed.
it's almost time to draw the curtain. So maybe I would like to end with asking, or should I ask the predictions? I'm asking the predictions for the next match only because tomorrow there's
I
no
think
point
yeah,
asking predictions.
there is no point asking predictions because everybody would go with India. But to be honest, for
So,
me, I'm a bit worried about. So yeah, yeah. So
so I would
I,
rather ask prediction for 5th March, not 4th March.
what much let's decide once India match finishes then.
No,
But
just analyze from a
but I
neutral
think South
point of view.
Africa.
It's not
I think
like
South Africa.
whom you want as an opponent for India, but rather I would say whom you think should win.
I think South Africa. I want the opponent as a South Africa. That is correct. But I think South Africa bowling lineup is very good in the kind of the fast bowling they have. The way
Sure.
as I
So
mentioned in the previous live also the kind they bundled out oppositions for fun. I think the fast bowling will be lethal. So I think
yeah.
yeah, and they have quality spinners also in the form of Maharaj. I think
Mhm.
Shamsi will play or not. That's a big question. And the batting, Klassen, David Miller, Markram.
Yeah,
Uh,
Varun Chakravarti is key, to be honest, because I said yesterday also not a lot of these guys would have played Varun Chakravarti a lot, and it's not easy to go after him straight away. So yeah. Also,
Absolutely.
one thing to be seen would be how much Varun Chakravarti's fitness, because he hasn't played a lot of 50 overs cricket, and playing it in this heat straight
We
away
will tell
coming
him
back.
just play two matches and then don't play it the entire year. Nobody will question you.
No, he has to play the IPL. He's their main contracted player.
Means don't play any 50 over matches. Yeah, T20. I think he's a main footballer, and I won't be surprised if he picked up for the next year's T20 World Cup. I won't be
Yeah,
surprised.
but T20 World Cup, I would say India's bowling would be very good if Varun and Bumrah both can stay fit, because
Currently, Varun is not in the contention. I would
that will
say
be 8 overs of, 8 lethal overs for the opponents, to be honest.
it depends on the dew factor also that whether the dew will come or not. Then Barun can get hammered, but yes, the kind of back in form he has shown, I
See,
think
Varun
it's been
has
marvelous.
also remodeled his action. gets more overspin rather than side spin and all
Varun
those
has also
things.
remodeled his action, and yeah, just like Kuldeep at the initial, he used to ball a lot slower, but now he has picked up the fast ones, which can turn
और
fast.
भाई क्या कितना एनालॉजी ड्रॉ करोगे? जल्दी जल्दी सो जाओ, फिर सुबह उठ के नहा के मैच देखोगे और क्या।
Exactly.
जो होगा होगा, क्या ही हो जाएगा। हारेगा तो हारेगा, जीतेगा तो जीतेगा।
जीतेगा तो जीतेगा. Exactly.
वही। I mean, we
So,
can the best fans can do is sit and pray for the best. But
but
I
as a
think
YouTube
yeah,
channel,
I think Ben Stokes said this once in his interview. It's better to stay in the field in a in a nervous contest rather than watch it from outside, because at least you have uh, a hand on the controllables. But when you are outside, you have nothing in your control. The only thing you can do is pray.
absolutely, and yeah, I was just going to make one point. Yeah, I forgot. Just give me 1 minute. Yeah. Any more comments we have?
No, no. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. पिछले साल ही जीता आईसीसी तो nobody. Yeah, so I mean that's the thing, and I mean अभी तो इंडिया बड़ा साल जीता भी नहीं था, बट फिर भी ठीक है। तो एक साल नहीं जीतेगा तो ऐसा भी कुछ होगा नहीं, मतलब ठीक है। जीतेंगे तो जीतेंगे, पर नहीं जीतेंगे तो नहीं जीतेंगे। आई थिंक इट्स क्रिकेट, एवरीथिंग हैपेंस, सो हैपेंस।
Absolutely. But I think,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
I
think
wish
I think
India team.
Australia, yeah, the pressure might be a bit on India because they will think that we have got a good chance to win and all those things. Australia will feel like we anyways are
But mark
having
my words, if
a
India
decent.
is winning the semi-final, I think final it's easy for them. The only hurdle is semi-final.
अरे भाई
So
लास्ट
they
सिटी
need,
फॉर रोको तो क्या करोगे? तो
but
फिर
last
लास्ट सिटी
city.
फॉर केन, तो फिर लास्ट सिटी फॉर केन विलियमसन में भी उसको ट्रॉफी दे दो भाई। केन विलियमसन के लिए भी लास्ट है, सबको जितना लोगों के लिए लास्ट है सबको दे दो। मे बी स्टीव स्मिथ के लिए भी लास्ट है, तो उसको भी एक
किस
ट्रॉफी
के
दे
लिए
दो।
लास्ट
उसके
है?
पास तो सिटी है भी नहीं।
मे बी मिलर के लिए लास्ट है.
हाँ, तो मिलर के लिए तो चारों को ही दे दो ट्रॉफी, बेस्ट है। जो रूट क्यों बचा गया भाई? वो बंदा भी खेला भी अच्छा, उसको एटलीस्ट ट्रॉफी दे दो वो।
जोट के लिए तो मतलब लगता है 5 साल वेट करना पड़ेगा.
हाँ, आई गेस आठों टीम में किसी का लास्ट हो सकता। पाकिस्तान में तो बहुत लोगों का ही लास्ट बोल सकता हूँ।
नहीं, पाकिस्तान टीम वाज यंग. They will learn before the next
नो,
Champions
शुड बी
Trophy. They are young.
लास्ट। नो, नॉट बेस्ड ऑन एज, बेस्ड ऑन फॉर्म।
No, no, they were learning this time. Next time they will win. As Rizwan
बांग्लादेश
has
में
told,
बोल
right?
सकता हूँ महमूदुल्लाह का लास्ट है, तो उसको दे दो।
Mushfiqur Rahim का लास्ट है.
या
Hmm.
आई मीन दीज आर, आई थिंक केन क्या हमारे देश का थोड़ी है, हम क्यों दे? अरे तुम क्यों दोगे? आईसीसी दोगे भाई, आईसीसी देंगे। आईसीसी शुड ट्रीट एवरीवन एज न्यूट्रल, राइट? उसके
But
लिए
Kane,
इंडिया
I
जो
think
है।
Kane will be playing the 2026 T20 World Cup. I think.
No,
I
no,
think
I'm saying
mostly
City. I think this is last because next City in 29. I think none of the Fab Four will play in 29.
29. It's if Root plays. I think Root will also not play. No,
No, no, 29 is too much. I think Root will also be around 40.
considering that Root is the
ICC
youngest of
will
the
also
four.
be 7. Why? This is not, to be honest, this is nothing to be proud of, honestly speaking. If this is the thing, then it shouldn't be proud of, honestly speaking. I mean, at least that would be my viewpoint. I mean, this is nothing to say proudly. ICC is equals to be safe. And I think Abhishek will also agree. This is not, I mean, you can appreciate our
Absolutely, you cannot
performances. You can
not just
appreciate
this
our
one.
performances, but I mean,
Yes,
if you are
yes.
proudly saying that we will control everything, we will do some, maybe I don't want to put that word, but
Not
we will
just
do
in
something
cricket.
like,
If you have money, like if God has given you money, then you should find ways to distribute it rather than just boasting about you have power or not.
and to be honest, what this will do is at one point of time, these Indian fans only will have no more excitement in the sport if it goes on. If it goes on like what you were saying, as is equals to BCCI. I mean, अगर सब बार इंडिया इतना
Exactly.
एक्सरसाइज करेंगे पावर, तो स्पोर्ट का ग्रोथ नहीं होगा। एक टाइम पे जाके ना बंदे को इंटरेस्ट खत्म हो जाएगा, उसको
And
लगेगा कि
and
भाई हमेशा।
and
एंड द
when
थिंग इज,
India won in
व्हेन
20, yeah,
इंडिया व्हेन इंडिया वन द ट्रॉफी आफ्टर 12 years,
there
people
was emotions.
celebrated so
There were
much.
emotions.
People
Exactly.
celebrated so much
Exactly.
because there was that longevity, there was that long sense of excitement, because 12 साल से इंतजार करके आया है। लेकिन अगर तुमको हर बार ट्रॉफी देके जाएगा ना, तो फिर एक टाइम पे जाके तो
लगेगा कि
तुमको
अरे यार,
इंटरेस्ट। हाँ
ये
वो,
क्या हो रहा है? अभी तो
और
जीता.
ऐसा हो गया कि सब टूर्नामेंट्स में अगर इस आईसीसी इक्वल टू बीसीसीआई करके सब टूर्नामेंट्स इंडिया के लिए फेवर बना देंगे, तो फिर तुमको लगेगा कि भाई हम जो मांगेंगे वही होगा, तो फिर टूर्नामेंट कराने का क्या फायदा? बेटर वॉच लीग्स।
Exactly. exactly. I think yeah, I think yeah. If
Yeah, but
not,
yeah, I
we
think that
want
so
we will
coming
want
coming to that point, we have also made one video on the thing
exactly.
which is the talk which is going on for some time. I mean, this thing of India playing in Dubai and India
And we
getting
will
some
discuss
sort of an extra advantage. So you
yes,
guys can
and
also
we'll discuss
definitely
more
share
about
your
it in
views.
live.
You guys can share your
Exactly.
views in the chat box. It can be for the opinion, against the opinion. You're absolutely entitled to your
But
opinion,
I
and
think Tulla has
we would be
also
excited
point
to
that
we would be
by joking
excited
agar
to hear your opinion. फिर भी
बोल
आईपीएल
by joking
बोरिंग हो
agar
जाता है अगर एमआई सीएसके हाँ इस बार आरसीबी जीतेगा तो एक्साइटेड होगा तुम्हारे लिए
I think
एनीवेज आई
the
थिंक
previous comment was that yeah. I think yeah.
या
That's
भाई
what I'm
जोकिंग
saying.
अगर
That
आईसीसी वाला नो
that's
आई
what
एम
I'm
नॉट
saying.
सेइंग
That yeah.
आई एम नॉट आई एम वही मैं बोल रहा हूँ ना मतलब अगर एक टीम के लिए इट्स नॉट इंडिया अगर वो ऑस्ट्रेलिया इंग्लैंड कोई भी टीम के लिए मतलब फेवर बना के उसको ऐसे मतलब चम्मच से हर एक बार ट्रॉफी दे रहा है तो फिर एट वन पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम द इंटरेस्ट विल डाई, द स्पोर्ट विल नॉट ग्रो, बाकी टीम्स सीरियसली लेगा ही नहीं फिर।
एक कहावत है सब्र का फल मीठा होता है. After 10 years, I'm not saying that India will win the next trophy after 10 years, but I think yeah, as Saptarshi mentioned that if India wins every time, then the interest will go down. Which I'm not. I
And
want
I
India
mean,
to win every time.
I mean,
But
the fun only comes when your opponent also is strong. I mean, would you
exactly,
feel that? I mean, अगर
and that's why
तुम्हारे
the
पास
Asia Cup matches are not getting importance this nowadays. Like
हाँ मतलब वही अभी अभी
there is no
इंडिया
yeah.
में I don't feel none of the any fan feels that much excited in Asia Cup. You say 10 years,
Exactly.
15 years back,
10,
Asia Cup
15
had
years
fun.
ago, it was such a competitive tournament, man.
I
Especially the
mean, now
Sharjah
Asia Cup,
tournament.
Bangladesh
The,
can't give fight. Sri Lanka. Still, I would say 2022 Sri Lanka ended up winning, and there was a good contest for the sport. I mean, good,
yes, two other teams went, Sri
and
Lanka and
that's why I keep
Pakistan.
saying. I mean, unless Pakistan just takes their level up to another level, this India-Pakistan rivalry will have no fun. Yeah, some Indian fans might have joy watching India win, but you ultimately you won't have that same satisfaction. I
Ultimately,
mean,
cricket is the loser.
या दैट्स द थिंग आई मीन अगर मैं पूछता किसी को पूछेगा कि भाई तुमको कौन सा बीजीटी ज्यादा अच्छा लगा बीजीटी में 18 या 21 एवरीवन विल से
Everybody
21
was
बिकॉज
at
21
21.
21 एवरीथिंग वाज अगेंस्ट इंडिया 18 में तुम्हारे पास सब अच्छा खिलाड़ी थे ऑस्ट्रेलिया बोल सकता है हमारे पास ये नहीं थे वो नहीं थे डिमोटिवेटेड थे
नहीं नहीं
लेकिन
वो भी नहीं बोल सकता. You can get him no excuse, but yeah, means
नो
21
आई
was
एम सेइंग कि ऑस्ट्रेलिया मतलब कुछ बोल सकता है मतलब तुम कुछ नहीं बोल सकते हो ऑस्ट्रेलिया कुछ बोल सकता है बट 21 में यू कैन से एवरीथिंग वाज
a
अगेंस्ट
lot.
अस एंड ऑस्ट्रेलिया के पास सब कुछ था.
Correct.
So I mean, that's the fun in challenging a
1983
difficult
World Cup,
opponent.
for instance, you won against odds. So those are the things which I think, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So I think yeah, quite a bit of talk. So watch our video also. It will come live tomorrow
But thank you all and
afternoon. I
thanks
think.
Santosh. I think it was a very good discussion today. And
Yeah. Yeah.
what is
Surely. I
needed
mean,
as a
thanks
pre-match
to all three of you, Tulla, 2 years, and Bloodline.
and all of our, who are watching also, not just yeah,
Yeah.
who have commented, but
Yeah. I mean,
yeah,
special thanks to you three, and also thanks to all who have watched. So let's meet tomorrow again.
yeah,
Not sure how many will meet or what, but let's see what
sure,
happens.
sure,
Cheers.
sure.
Goodbye.
Cheers.